I don't think I've ridden this bike in almost a month now. This thing has been sitting in my garage. My time has been wholly taken up by this bike and that bike as well. This chain has seen some better days. Yeah, she's a little loose. We're gonna have to take care of that today. For the big reveal, let's see if she starts after 4 weeks of not being started whatsoever. So I got a few comments on the last video asking me, why is my finger looking like this? Why do I have a hole cut around my glove and why do I have a bandit on my finger? Well, I got a cut on actually these pants a couple, it was right after I bought the R9. I went out to a gas station. I was just out putting miles on the bike by myself, the equivalent of mining off camera, but basically I reached into these pockets, I cut myself on the zipper, I think, and it cut pretty deep down there. Ended up getting infected pretty bad, and so I couldn't wear motorcycle gloves because what happens is the leather traps that bacteria. My mom's a nurse, she was telling me all this. Basically, I was told I shouldn't wear motorcycle gloves, but I'm like, F that, I want to go riding, and I don't want to ride without motorcycle gloves, so I took a pair of my old motorcycle gloves, cut a hole around it, and now, bam, I'm all good. There is a reason I've been not riding this bike. Jesus. I haven't been able to maintain this motorcycle because I can't maintain the chain by myself. It's not like the R6 where it's just like plain and simple. I put it up on a stand, I clean and lube the chain, and then I tighten it, and that's whatever. This bike, unfortunately, requires 2 people to work on. My main issue with this bike gave me an epiphany for my life, and it's actually changed my life in drastic ways. You see, the H2 has this little weird thing. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. I have a single-sided swing arm stand, right? This is for my old V4, the one I crashed. And so my old way of doing it is I would just hit up one of my buddies or like somebody I know, and I would be like, hey, I need help lifting this bike up. Can you come over for a second and help me out? And it was never a problem before. And now, all of a sudden, it's become a problem. Especially after my Chicago trip, after I got back, bro. I came back, and I realized, I was like thinking to myself, I had like 2 friends. I had 2 friends that I felt comfortable hitting up for something like that now. How did I in a spot in my life that all of a sudden I only got 2 friends I feel comfortable hitting up for something really, like something as simple as just like, hey bro, I need you to hold the bike when I lift it up. I don't know, bro. I've had 2 friends now in my life. 2 friends of people I call my friends, not even acquaintances, people I call my friends, tell me that they don't feel like they're being compensated for being in my videos. That I'm not compensating them well enough for appearing in my videos. You know, like the people that you commonly see in my videos, some of my older stuff I should say, but you know, like whenever you see a video of my past, me hanging out with my friends, dude, I'm not saying all of them, but out of all of them, 2 of them have straight up been like, yeah, I feel like I'm not being compensated. Like, I gotta pay you to be my friend, bro. And so now, as of today, I don't feel like I have anybody I can hit up and feel comfortable enough being like, hey bro, I need help lifting my bike up. I don't have anybody that would come do that. This is a recent thing that happened, bro. I mean, this is like stuff I'm dealing with in my life. I'm sorry I'm not doing like my normal like silly voice, like let's try to analyze the situation. It's like, I'm upset. I mean, there's somebody I knew for several years, since like high school, who said that to me, bro. It's crazy to me how fast people switch up. People who are well off, people who don't even, it's just crazy to me. Like, people will see dollar signs, and then that's it. They change and switch up like that. Now, whenever I make a video like this, at least so far, whenever I make a video like this in like short form, I've been kind of dropping little hints and stuff of what's been going on in my life in my short form content. I get flooded with DMs of people being like, let's hang out, like let's do this, and I appreciate that. I get it, and I appreciate the people who hit me up, being like, hey, I got you. You know, you got people who care about you. I appreciate that stuff, but my issue is these are people I've known for many years, many years, and I've considered my friend for a long period of time, and like people I knew before I blew up on social media. Like, these are people I've known for. What sucks is this is not the first time something like this has happened. Like, in the past, one of them hit and like was like, yeah, I don't feel like you gotta pay me we gotta get a cut of being in your videos. And for a while, I'm like, I tried to perpetuate that friendship, man. I tried to keep that going for a while, but I think it is at a certain point, it's just straight up like it was a lie. That friendship was just never a true friendship. I mean, some of these dudes I haven't seen in months. I haven't seen some of these fellas. I see people I don't even call like familiar. I'm barely familiar with. I see enemies more than I see these people out. People I called my friends. That's not what friendship should be. That's not what I desire in male friendships, man. I want to be able to see my friends as much as I see my partner. I want to be able to hit them up, be like, yo, let's grab food or something. Let's hang out. Impossible to reach every single time. The kid I was hanging out with last night, I was just out riding. This dude, he started using the term Hollywood. He called it Hollywood whenever he couldn't reach somebody. I thought that was so funny. It's like trying to reach a Hollywood actor. That was so humorous to me. I gotta maneuver Big Bessie over here onto this platform so I can get an even playing field, so I can actually lube and clean the chain on this sucker. What's up?
That sounded good, like coming top here?
Oh yeah.
Hear that supercharger coming.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, she's nasty with it. I haven't ridden this thing in like a month. The chain's a little loose, so basically trying to loosen these up. This is my first time ever doing this on the H2 myself, so I really hope I don't mess anything up here. I don't think you're supposed to put all the weight on the pin. I think it says on the website you're supposed to only put it on the one side. Like just put it straight up and then I lift it from there. I don't think I'm supposed to put all the weight on the one side. That's what it said on the website. So I don't know if I should take the risk.
No, you're good.
You think so? Because like, yeah, see how skinny the pin is compared to like the Panigales and stuff? There we go. If I could lift it up by myself, I would happily just buy a bigger swing arm or a better swing arm stand and it'd be fine. That seems about right. Because you got to think it's going to get a little bit tighter when I'm sitting on it too. This is Ducati's new setup, by the way. This is what they got going on. Obviously nothing permanent. They just got moved over to this new location. It terribly is tragic for me personally, just because I relied on these guys so much, especially because my apartment sucks right now. I just have no space to like work on things myself. I have nobody to help me out whenever I need it. And so before, it was really awesome. Like you guys saw, I did my first service on the R9 at the old Ducati dealer. And so right now, as they're getting set up at this new spot, I don't have them to rely on at the moment. Well, they're helping me out with this as much as they can, but they're busy. You know, they're running around. They got better things to work on besides my H2. You know what I mean? Like this isn't exactly high on their priority list right now. I appreciate them for what they're doing right now, but oh man, this thing's gonna feel so much better after I get all this done. This poor thing's just been sitting. Look how dirty this. Oh god, bro. And the thing is, H2 chains are like some of the most expensive chains that you can buy on the market. So like, this is a chain you really want to take care of because you don't have to buy it. It's like a $500 chain or something like that. It's ridiculous. And Lord knows I got nobody to help me work on this right now if it needs a chain. So it's like, it's better to just take care of the chain, put in the effort. Just a little bit of effort goes a long way with this bike. That seems about right. Well, I feel slightly better now that I got all that stuff done. Like when the bike's not properly maintained, it stresses me out a little bit. I'm like, I get anxious, especially when it's on a bike that's like the H2. I'm like, come on, like it's the most expensive thing I own right now. The fact that I can't maintain this thing myself, it makes me angry. It makes me frustrated. But look at that chain now. Wow, she's so shiny and spiffy. So I just want to say I appreciate Ducati Cleveland, even though I know you guys are in the middle of moving. You guys are doing a lot of things right now. I appreciate you guys taking the time to help me out when no one else will. Did you guys know I used to be in the military? Kind of a weird little story about me. I used to be in the Air Force. I signed up for the Air Force right after I got out of high school, and I tried joining the military for a little bit. But the problem is, I mean, I've described this in past videos, but I can't hear anything. I'm deaf. Kind of, a little bit. I have 50% loss in both my ears. It's not a big deal. It's like one of the most common disabilities out there, which is why I don't harp on it. I don't bring it up all the time, but some people are so surprised. Yeah, I had a tumor in my left ear as a kid, and my right ear has a bunch of neurological loss. I don't know. I don't really know. I'm not a doctor. My mom is a nurse. She knows more about this stuff than me. But I just remember when I was in the military, when I snuck my way in, I wasn't allowed to stay in, but when I snuck my way in, I had friends in there. I had met people, some men who are so strongly willed. They were so far beyond me, but I loved hanging out with them. These are the type of dudes that would wake me up, like prior to even like being in the military, they'd wake me up at 5 a.m. to go running or rucking, to go to a park, and just randomly on like a Tuesday morning and just go running. And they would hold me to that. They would make me a better person waking up every single day. That is not only what I desire in my friendships, but my relationships as well. The big reason why I'm dating Eve, why I like dating Eve, is because they're not afraid to tell me how shit is. If I'm doing something wrong, they know the proper way to express that and make me a better person. Eve's over in Africa right now. Eve's like on this little trip. They're helping out some kids out there. I don't know exactly the full extent of what they're doing out there. Eve is all the way, they're doing stuff. Eve is out doing things, even though they're not here right now. But before they left, they were being straight up with me. Eve was telling me, like, look, you're depressed and it doesn't seem like you're getting better. It's just like, you're right. You're 100% right, bro. I feel like I've been surrounded by people that have no desire to do anything with their lives, to not only be good, but to be great. I miss that type of camaraderie. I miss that type of friendship, that male testosterone-fueled friendship. I'm not talking like making friends with hardcore like MAGA people, bro. I just mean like dudes that are like, don't complain when we wake up and it's 40 degrees outside. That's what I realized last time I went to Chicago with Jeremiah. That surprised me. That dude surprised the crap out of me. Oh yeah, you know, it's 45 degrees and raining. Never heard a single complaint out of him when we were out riding. That dude, that's a, I mean, he's a very nice dude, but that's a hardcore dude right there. I've been having this desire for years, and it's finally coming to a head. You know what's really cool about today is I'm on the fastest bike I own. The V4, like I've said in my short form, like yeah, it's technically faster, but like this is by far a harder bike to control and has more horsepower and yada yada yada. Probably higher top speed, I don't know. And I'm riding this bike upset. I'm upset, bro. Like I want to scream into my mic if my voice could handle it. My sinuses are so little. I want to scream. I want to yell. I want to get frustrated. I'm not riding crazy, bro. Like I know the cliche thing is to say like don't ride upset, but like I'm riding upset and I'm chilling. Like I'm not riding stupid. I'm riding self-controlled. I'm chill. I'm reining in the emotions a little bit. Like this is positive growth. Yeah, it's good to acknowledge the bad things, but it's also good to acknowledge the good things too. I don't want to take the risk ruining somebody else's day just because I'm having a shitty one. This bike is so much more stable than anything else I own. It's not even funny. I think this whole time there was a little bit of jealousy going on with the videos, and that's all right. I mean, like, I get it. From their perspective, outside in, it looks like making videos is easy. It's like, you just like spend a little bit of time, you go out riding your bike for a little bit. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. I love riding. Riding to me is like the be-all, end-all of like everything in life. This is it. Nothing's better than this. I have one ex over the winter be like, I feel like I got cheated on. Now, I'm not saying I didn't do that girl like that. I'm not saying I didn't totally do her not dirty. But I didn't cheat on her. But to this day, bro, I still get comments of people being like, oh, you cheated on that one girl. Like, they don't have to deal with the negative side of this stuff. They only see the positives, which they just think it's like the easiest job in the world, which in some respects it can be sometimes. But sometimes it kills you on the inside, bro. And it's just like, I don't know. Especially when it comes to stuff like this, where you got to deal with like the personal relationship side of it, bro. It's never easy. But besides that fact, I still tried to help them every step of the way, bro. I bought people motorcycle gear. I bought people intercom systems. I bought people cameras. I edited videos for people. Like, for their own content, bro, I would edit it for them and post it and make them post it. I try to encourage people every step of the way, bro. No one listens to me. They just want a piece of my work. Some of them. I'm not saying all of them. You don't get twisted, because I know they're probably going to see this and get upset about it. I'm talking about a few people here, not the whole. But they would rather just take a piece of my work rather than try to build it on their own. I don't care how bad the world gets, bro. I don't care how lonely I get. I don't care how alone I ever feel. I'm never paying somebody to hang out. I've never done it, and I never will. Like, I would rather just quit social media rather than start paying people to be my friend. End up like fucking Jack Doherty or something, bro. Like, you just get surrounded by fake people. I'd fully rather just ride on my own, do my own thing, rather be surrounded by people like that. You know what really kills me, man? What really hurts me deep down in my core? When I went to California over the winter, I don't know if I think I expressed it towards the end of the trip when I was being like, yo, this sucks. I spent almost a month in California over the winter. You guys can go find those videos. I was so depressed when I was in California, I couldn't get out of bed, and I felt so ashamed of it, because I'm like, how can I present myself outwardly that I'm in California of all places, San Diego, perfect, sunny, 60, 70 degrees out. I could go out ride whenever I wanted. But yet I was depressed out of my mind. How did that make any sense? I told myself, I'm like, I think I just missed the people back home. And I said that in my videos. I said, I miss my friends back home. I miss the people I knew before I started doing social media. I miss the real ones. And now I've been back at home for 6 months. And I haven't seen any of them. Half of them I haven't seen. One of them I haven't seen since the day I crashed my motorcycle, bro. It makes me so upset, man. It truly hurts. It kills me. I've been waking up every single day these past few days, bro. Like, that just been sitting like a lump in my chest. Obviously, I miss my parents and Eve too, but these people mattered to me. So much so that I was sitting in California over the winter, so depressed out of my mind I couldn't get out of bed. And that shit's just not reciprocated. Matthew needs a pick-me-up. I need some caffeine. Thank you. Yeah, we call it a little bit of liquid courage, a little bit of liquid pick-me-up. I hate it just as much as you do, trust me. That is a special type of hurt or getting upset. Get upset over someone, some people, some certain set of people, and then you find out at a later date, it's like, oh, well, you didn't care at all. Why are you waving me? There's people behind you that probably don't consent to that. I don't know, I feel like this happens a few times in everyone's life. People get busy, they can't quite keep up with you, and it's just like, it's just mildly upsetting when you find out, but it's just a fact of life. That's something that happens, bro. I'm gonna introduce you to my bike. Go get him. Come on. Here, watch this. Sit. Good puppy. What is that? What's that thing over there? Is it a bike? What is that? What is that thing? Is it cool? Do you like that thing? Oh, no, wait. It's that thing. Right there. It's that thing. You see that thing? He doesn't know what I'm pointing at. She has no conception of what that vehicle is. I wanted to stop at home really quick because that dog, and I just wanted to see my mom real quick because, dude, I'm not gonna lie, when I'm like having these conflicts with my friends, when I'm thinking about like, man, last time I was in California, that was one of the things that depressed me. Like that was one of the things that prevented me from having a good time. It was missing the people back home and realizing that those people don't reciprocate the same thing that I'm looking for in life in terms of friendship, male friendship, and holding each other to a higher standard. It sucks, man. And my immediate first reaction is like, why don't I just go back out to California? You know, my lease is up in my apartment in like a month. You know, I could just pay by month at my apartment until I'm out of there, and I could just go to California. And obviously, I got Eve. Like, you know, I'm locked down with Eve right now. We've been dating a little over 6 months, almost 7 months now. But the thing is, Eve's mobile. You know, like I could fly Eve out whenever they get a break or something. Like that's fine, bro. We can play that out. I have no worries on that card, but my parents, man. My parents, I think, are probably the last thing keeping me here. It sucks. I want to sit here and complain about it, but I love my parents, man. I'm so lucky that they're alive and healthy right now. My dad had a heart attack 2 years ago, man. And I don't even see him enough as it is, bro. Between school and bullshit, I don't see my parents enough. I want to leave, bro. I want to go somewhere where I know people that have a higher mentality, an elevated mentality of what they want to do in life. But I'm stuck here. I'm stuck where the weather sucks. I got 5 bikes too, man, and you know those would be a pain in the butt to move too. It just sucks. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, well, you could just do that. I mean, if you want, it's totally fine, I suppose. Maybe I don't have a stop sign. Tesla, maybe set it to self-driving next time. Driving in downtown places always suck, bro. What's up?
So that's the sexy lady you got.
Oh, yeah. She's fat, but she boogies.
It came like this with this little reflecting.
What's up?
Came like this with this reflecting paint, or you put that on there?
Oh, no, it's all stock. The only thing I've done to it is the exhaust and tune. It's like $2,300 for the full titanium, though, which is like cheaper than other bikes, but just weird. But no, she's not that bad. She gets up and goes. I always love meeting people that like clearly, I don't think that dude watches my videos. He don't know, you know what I mean? He sees my eyeliner, he's like, ooh, that dude's weird, you know? Like he doesn't know the lore. But I like that. It's cool meeting people that just don't know. Cause I like go out in public now, bro. It's like I went on a date with Eve one time. I got recognized like 3-4 times. I'm not even exaggerating. I think just meeting new friends is just it's gonna take some time. It's gonna suck for a little bit, but don't hit me, don't you dare. Oh man, it's gonna suck. It already does suck, bro. I have nobody to talk to. Eve's in Africa. I think that's really what is like magnifying all this stuff. Is like I can't even talk to the person I'm dating really right now because they're on the other side of the world. They're doing stuff that matters, but they're helping people. I guess I got you guys to talk to. Should I be? I don't know. I truly feel like in my chest it's like a life or death situation. It's like that fight or flight, like my life depends on this. I was a little sad last year. I got a little depressed is probably the correct terminology for it. And right now it is still pretty early summer based on how the weather has been going in Ohio. And so as of right now, I got time. There's time to make a difference. There's a time to make a change in this place. And if I don't get started on that now, then it's only going to get worse. We have to get better, like our life depends on it. It still hurts, but I can't go back to that pit. I can't go back to that absolute just despair, frustration, and confusion. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.